So let's start with the analytic of spreadsheet, right? So why spreadsheet? So kita tengok kat sini, many numeric commercial software package can be used for business analytics, such as apa nama? Business Power BI from Microsoft, Tableau is a commercial software package lah, and Excel also a commercial. But if you notice Excel, most of the computer, right, in office kan, so dia akan ada install Microsoft Excel lah. In fact, kalau you tak ada Microsoft Excel pun, you can download the free version of Excel kan. Ada satu lagi free version of Excel atau dia panggil Spreadsheet. So itu pun boleh pakai jugalah Spreadsheet software. So Spreadsheet software means that we have spreadsheet lah. Spreadsheet macam ni lah. Contoh spreadsheet kan. Mana dia? Okay. This is a spreadsheet lah. We have many columns and many rows to input our data, right? So we have ni atas ni kita panggil column, right? And this one dekat 1, 2, 3 ni kita panggil a row, right? So dekat column dalam Excel ni dia ada A, B, C, D, E, F lah. Ada how many I don't know. So we have column, we have so many columns, rows, right? Kita ada banyak rows. Right, I think boleh masuk banyak lah dalam Excel ni kan. Right. So spreadsheet provide flexible modeling environment for manipulating data and developing and solving models lah. So in case kalau lagi pernah dengar statistical analysis, right? Statistical analysis such as regression, time series analysis. Right, selalunya kalau dalam education, most of educators dia akan menggunakan SPSS to model the equation, the data, right? Ataupun dia nak buat prediction, right? So dia akan menggunakan SPSS ke R ke Python and so on lah. So the most popular and widely used spreadsheet software is Excel lah. And it's easy to get for many company pun dia takkan invest kepada software yang mahal sangat kan. Dia akan invest kepada yang sedia ada seperti spreadsheet. So you can use spreadsheet to analyze data. In fact you can use spreadsheet to develop your own dashboard, right? Your own dashboard to show to present the data or result that you have, right? So now basic Excel skill. So basic Excel skill, I think you already know lah, how to open, save and print lah. This is very simple and basic, right? So I will not show lah. I think most of you know lah how to open Excel, so Microsoft Excel, and how to save. Save is click in on the diskette button ni lah, ataupun you can go to save as ni kan. And printing files pun simple. So using workbook and worksheet also is a basic Excel lah. Moving around spreadsheet, selecting cells and range. This one I think this is very basic. Siapa yang tak berapa familiar dengan Excel? Can you raise your hand? Maksudnya nak open, moving around the spreadsheet, inserting, deleting cells and rows. I think you all know, kan? Okay. You know, right? So I think the most basic function in Excel, I think you all already familiar lah. Okay, right, good. So tapi hari ni kita tengok basic juga, very basic. Just try to selecting the data, right? And import the data macam tu lah. Kita nak tengok if else function, count function, summation, and again pivot table. I think pivot table on the next class. I think kita nak tengok VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP lah maximum, right? Next class in chapter number 3 kita akan tengok pivot table on the data visualization kan. So now let's look at the ribbon. So this is Excel 365 ribbon. So before that, how many of you does not have Excel? Yang tak ada Excel original. Means you are currently using illegal ataupun pirate punya Excel. Semua ada yang original, right? Bukan original, maksudnya bukanlah ni lah, apa nama, yang license lah, valid license. So kalau you tak ada, right, so you need to use UiTM punya. UiTM give us full access on 365 Microsoft Office, right? So you need to use your ID lah, student ID kan, 2020 apa-apa @student.uitm.edu.my. So you guna ID tu, you masuk dalam Microsoft menggunakan email you lah, email UiTM lah. So you akan dapat full access untuk Microsoft Office lah semua. Right, so sepatutnya you akan dapat macam ni lah, yang this is the full version. Kalau you pakai Mac, dia akan nampak bentuk lain sikit lah, but most likely sama saja. Tapi depend juga untuk you punya operating system. Maybe you need to update kan. So kalau you ada the newest operating system, maybe the interface a bit different kan. So you tengok jugalah. But you need to know bila you pakai UiTM account, so you akan dapat the full access lah, right? Including the cloud, right? You akan dapat one drive for 1 terabyte, right? Cloud, itu very good. So you boleh pergi ke portal Office and tengok subscription. This is the Microsoft 365 A3 for faculty. So semua adalah, semua dia akan bagi. Microsoft Azure lah, Whiteboard, apa semua dia bagilah. Power BI for free dia bagi. Right, this is very good. So you should appreciate this one and you should fully utilize it as long as semasa you dalam as a student, you will fully utilize. Okay. Alright. So ini one of the basic lah. So kita tengok ni ribbon dia. The first ribbon yang kita akan pakai dekat sini, kita tengok dekat atas ni. This is what we call as tab lah. Kita ada home, file, draw, page layout, formula until Acrobat ni. So sometimes kalau originally you don't have Acrobat lah. Kalau you ada install Adobe software, dia mungkin ada lah. Right? So this is what we call as tab. And dekat sini, semua-semua ni kita panggil button lah. So button analyze data, format table, conditional formatting, wrap text and so on lah. Yang bawah ni kita panggil group. So this is dalam group ni, maksudnya dalam font section ni. So kita klik ni, okay, dia ada banyak lagi option yang ada. Alright. So alignment, right? This is very basic, okay? So Excel formula. So common mathematical operator are used kalau kita nak create a formula. So let's say kita ada A minus B P power of 5 plus C divided by D. Right, this is a formula. So if we want to input into Excel, so we kena input dalam logical operator. Maksudnya A minus B star means multiply. This is what we call hyphen, means power, and plus means addition, slash means division, divide, right? So this is the logical operator, right? So kita boleh pakai logical operator. So this is what we call arithmetic operator. Dalam buku pun ada lah, I think. Muka surat berapa? Let me see. Ada soalan tak? Saya tak nampak. Okay, basic. Okay, alright. So dalam muka surat 5 Okay, dalam muka surat 5 pun ada. Okay, good. Right, so you boleh tengok lah. So plus means addition, right? Sama dengan ni maksudnya equal to, uh, and then this one more than, less than, more than or equal to, less than or equal to. This is exponential, maksudnya power, uh, power of 2, power of 3, right? And this is a percentage, and this is not equal, right? Kalau dalam Excel, this is not equal. Kalau dalam lain-lain programming, maksudnya ini not equal, ataupun this is not equal, right? So ada pelbagai lah, tapi dalam Excel just less than, more than lah, not equal to. Okay, so this is a very basic. Right, now we look at relative and absolute reference. Have you heard about relative and absolute reference? Relative and absolute reference ni maksudnya kita akan pakai equal version, equal sign. So relative reference maksudnya A2, kita nak select the specific cell, A2, C5, D10 and so on lah. Let's say I letak 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's say I nak select this is what we call a reference, right? Sama dengan ni kita nak reference kan. So reference, relative reference maksudnya kita select the specific cell, right? So let's say cells number C9, so kita select C9. So this is what we call as relative reference. Absolute reference means that we fix the reference, right? So kalau kita dia akan letak dollar sign. So kalau dollar signs mengapit letter, alphabetical letter ni, so maksudnya dia akan fix all the time, right? Kalau dia di sebelah sini, maksudnya dia akan kira di sebelah row, and then di sini di sebelah column, right? This one fix that number, this one fix on the row, this one fix on the column. Boleh? Nanti kita tengok. Okay. Dekat sini dia dah beritahu lah. So, kalau using sign before a row label, so dia maksudnya dia akan keep on a row. So, maksudnya this is yeah. I think ni dalam buku pernah yang sama ke? Right, I think terbalik sebelum ni row, right? Selepas column. Okay, let me show you one example. You can download you can download the data. See the data I letak dalam group. Dekat sini week number 6, right? Week number 6. You boleh download data set for chapter 2. Data set for chapter 2. Can you download all the data here? We have 5 data set here. So download the data. Kita akan tengoklah dia punya difference. Dah download dah? If you download, can you notify me? Okay, dah download? Let's try look at mathematical operator dulu lah. I create a new sheet kat sini. Mathematical operator lah. Right. So mathematical operator, let's say addition. Right. So addition means that kalau you letak sama dengan, means that you want to make a reference. Right. Sama dengan 2 plus 5. So dia akan, oops, this one tak boleh ada ni lah. So dia akan terus calculate for you lah. Okay. This is apa nama orang kata logical operator lah. Okay, boleh kan? You all dah download the data? Please download the data first. Another one is subtraction. Subtraction means minus, right? So let's say you nak calculate 16 minus 7. So you just letak first step is equal version, the reference symbol, right? 16 minus 7. So it can calculate for you as immediately lah. Multiplication. I think this is very simple. Sekejap Alright. Boleh So multiplication very simple. Kita tengok one by one lah. Let's say every time kita nak buat calculation mesti ada sama dengan lah. So let's say 16 multiply with 16. So multiply means the star sign lah. So dia akan multiply. Right? So let's say division. Division So division, let's say 16 divided by 4. So slash means division lah, divide, right? And then exponential, say power lah, power, ataupun exponentiation, right? Let's say 2 power of 2, right? So equal to 4, right? Boleh nampak ada formula kan? 2 power of 2. So, saya letak macam ni. Hyphen 2. So, dia akan bawah lah. Okay, percentage. Percentage, let's say 2 equal to 2%. So, dia akan letak macam ni lah. Tapi, since dia akan letak macam ni, sebab je, kita letak 0 equal to 2%. Right? So, dia akan convert to 0.02. So kalau you nak letak dalam bentuk percentage juga, right, you kena right click and tekan format cell lah. Format cell, numbers, right, and then click on percentage. So you can adjust the decimal point lah. So dia akan bagi this in term of percentage. Okay, boleh I think this one very basic, right? So let's look at relative reference. Relative reference, let's say you dah nampak you dah download kan this one? Alright. So let's say relative reference kita nak tengok let's say total net income. So net income maksudnya total revenue minus total expenses lah. So kita akan dapat net income. So kita boleh just menggunakan relative reference. Relative reference maksudnya kita select B3 menggunakan dan tambah apply arithmetical operators which is minus, and C3 is a total expenses. So we will get a net income lah. Right? So yang seterusnya kita boleh dapat semua lah. Semua yang mana? Oh, tadi tu. Oh. Kejap. You boleh sama ada drag. You nampak tak dia punya tu? Sama ada drag. Ataupun you just double click lah. Sekali lagi let's say B3 minus C3, right? Okay. Oh, siap, I tak dapat. Right, so this is what we call a relative reference lah. Kita select cell and cell, right? So let's look at absolute reference. Absolute reference maksudnya kita nak fixkan, kita nak calculate percentage dekat sini, percentage. So total grades, nak dapatkan percentage of total grades, percentage for Nasir ni 95 divided by 100 kan. So let's say kita ambil 95 divide by 100. So kita akan dapat 95%. Right, which is correct lah. So kalau kita drag macam ni, macam tadi, topik macam tadi, right, macam relative reference kita drag saja kan. Bila kita drag ni, apa yang akan jadi bila kita drag kat sini? Maksudnya, let me show the formula. Dapat tak? Boleh faham tak? Okey. Sekejap. Okey. Absolute reference ni senang saja. We just want to get the net income. So net income maksudnya total revenue. We select the B3 and total revenue. So we minus dengan total expenses. So we get net income. So this is selecting specific cell, right? This is what we call as relative reference, right? Selecting a specific cell. So kalau kita nak drag yang bawah ni, kita nak ambil yang bawah semua yang sama, kita tak perlu nak tekan ini minus ini, right? Tak perlu buat manual. Just the first one kita just drag saja. So apa yang kena buat, dia akan drag semualah. So kalau kita tengok show formula dekat sini, apa yang jadi, so nampak tak, dia minus untuk the second row ni, dia ambil untuk 2002, third row dia ambil untuk 2003. So dia akan follow, right? Boleh okey, jap. Okey, ini faham kan? So kalau kita tengok absolute reference, kita buat benda yang sama. Let's say I nak let's say I padam dulu So I nak 95% 95 divide by 100. So I will get the percentage of Nasir kan. So kalau I drag kat sini, I nampak tak I bahagikan B4 and B3, right? So kalau I drag dekat sini ke bawah, supposedly I nak 85 bahagi dengan 100, bukan 85 bahagi 95, right? Sebab I nak percentage. You faham tak apa yang cakap? Right? Tapi apa yang jadi dekat sini, dia follow ke bawah. So B5 divide by B4. But I want it to be divided by B3, which is 100. Right? So apa yang kena buat dekat sini, I kena jadikan dia reference. Maksudnya dollar sign apit dengan mengapit ni apa nama, alphabetical letter, right? Maksudnya apit B tu. Either you can manually type or press F4. Yeah. You tekan F4, dia boleh tukar lah. F4 dekat atas sekali. Boleh So bila you apit dia dua macam ni, dan you click enter, apa akan jadi bila you drag ke bawah, right? Macam ni, contoh kan. Let's say B4 divide by B3. So you tekan F4. Sama ada you nak highlight pun boleh, ataupun you nak biar kat belakang pun boleh, dia akan detect lah. F4 sekali je tekan. Mana-mana pun boleh. Dia flexible. Dia tak ada macam satu one way, this is the only way to do kan. Dia ada macam-macam cara lagi boleh buat. Right? So you tekan macam ni, bila you drag ke bawah, you notice dia number tak sama dengan tadi. Tadi is 89.5 kan? What happened tadi? Yang first tadi kita buat 85 divided by 95. But now dia akan fix kan dekat 100 tu. Right? So 100 tu sampai ke bawah dia akan fix. So kita tekan, so 100 tak akan berubah lah. Sebabkan kita dah lock dekat sini. This is what we call absolute reference lah. Dia keluar lain. Terjadi. Oh, kena tekan FN, you punya. Okay. Macam mana? Kalau tak dapat you try, you buat manual lah. Ya, ya, ada record. Okay. So kita tengok formula dia. Ni formula dia, okay. Dia tak, kalau dia ada banyak cara lah, sama ada you tekan F4. Mungkin you punya PC tak menggunakan F4 kot. I tak sure. Tapi selalu F4 okay lah. Kalau tak boleh, you buat manual lah. $sign, B, $sign. Okay? Tak apa, pelan-pelan. It's okay. Tak boleh buat automatic guna F4. Tak boleh guna F4, buat manual lah. Boleh? So now kita nak tengok mix reference. Mix reference tadi saya cakap yang $sign satu saja, kat depan, kat belakang. So let's say kita tengok dekat sini. Let's say I nak buat satu multiplication table. So multiplication table ni I nak 10 kali dengan 1 dekat cell number 1 ni. Right? Cell number 2 ni 10 kali dengan 2. Maksudnya row kali dengan column. Cell number 3 ni row 10 multiply with 3. So akan dapat 30 lah. So kalau I buat macam absolute reference, relative reference, I just multiply 10 multiply with 1. So I akan dapat 10 lah. This is correct. But when I move to the next cell, and this one macam correct, tapi kebetulan saja. Right? Sebab 10 ni bahagi kali dengan 2. So dia akan dapat 20 lah. Sepatutnya 10 di sini multiply with 2. Right? Boleh faham? And then dekat sini dah tak betul lah. 10 multiply with 3 sepatutnya 30 lah. Kenapa 60? Sebab dia moving dia punya cell tu, which is not correct. So apa yang nak kena buat? Let's say I nak fixkan row ni, right? 10. So apa yang buat? I tekan F4 first time, second time. So I akan dapat this one. That's why I kata this one. Belah sini. This is row. Right? So you kena ubah sikit lah dalam buku kan. Di buku salah, okay? Dalam buku, dalam slide I ni salah. Kalau kita tengok dekat sini, I notice dekat sini. Kalau dia sebelah kiri, right? Oops. Dekat sini, this is row. Right? Kalau di sebelah kanan, this is column. Dalam buku salah, okay? Dalam buku salah. I think Dr. Chua ni dia tak tengok betul-betul. Dr. Chua, Dr. Chua dia tengok tak tengok betul-betul lah. I kena notify dia. Alright. So, kalau dia sebelah kanan, sebelah kiri, maksudnya kita nak fixkan the row punya value. Boleh faham? So, apa yang terjadi dekat sini? 10 multiply with 1. So, dapat 10. 10 multiply with 2 dapat 20. 10 multiply with 3 dapat 30. So, apa yang kita buat kat sini? I fixkan B6 dekat row ni. Boleh faham ah? So bila I move down, dia tak betul dah. So apa ni jadi kat sini? Dia akan fixkan B7 dengan C6. C6 dekat atas ni. So dia tak sama dah. Yang kolom ni sepatutnya dia kena stick dekat sini. Tapi dia turun ke bawah. Faham tak? So apa yang nak buat dekat sini, I kena changekan, I kena fixkan C5 ni. So C5 I kena letak $sign selepas C. Right? So bila letak selepas C, bila I turun ke bawah, so dia akan fixkan. Nampak tak? Dua value ni akan sama. So bila I tarik macam ni, saya buat semua lah. So I akan dapat the whole idea lah. Oh, so belum. Ni akan tarik macam ni. Macam ni. Right. Okay. Boleh dapat the idea? Alright. So, apa yang nak buat dekat sini adalah I nak buat multiplication table. Right? Multiplication table, maksudnya I nak 10 multiply with 1. 10 multiply with 2 for this cell. 10 multiply with 3 for this cell. And kalau I move down dekat sini, I nak 20 multiply with 1 for this cell. 30 multiply with 2 for this cell. I nak macam tu. I tak nak dia lari. I nak this one is fixed, this one also fixed. So apa I buat? I ambil relative reference B6 multiply with C5. Right? So apa yang kita dapat benda macam ni kan? Bila I move down, apa yang jadi dekat sini? Ini pun turun. Okay, this is correct lah. Dia turun kan? Tapi this one, untuk kolom, dia turun ke bawah. Dia tak fix. Right? So, I tak nak macam tu. I nak dia fix. So, apa yang buat? Untuk B6 ni adalah row. Right? By row ni. So, I tekan, I nak letak $sign sebelum B. Maksudnya, by row. Right? And then, C ni, I letak selepas $sign selepas C. Maksudnya, I nak by column. So, by column ni, I nak macam tu. Okay. So, bila I buat macam tu, I tarik ke tepi, pun dia akan kira lah. This one, 10 multiply with 3. So, 30. 10 multiply with 4. 40. Bila I turun ke bawah, right? So, apa jadi? 20 multiply with 1. So, dia akan ikut lah. Nampak tak? Right? So that is the difference between relative reference and absolute reference. You need to remember this one. So relative reference and absolute reference, kalau dia between the letter, maksudnya dia akan fix on that cell only. Kalau dia on the left letter satu saja, so dia akan focus on the row. Dia akan fix on the row only. Right? Kalau dia on the right, by column. Right? Okay, boleh faham itu ya. So you boleh baca dalam buku surat 6 ni, tapi kena tukarlah dia punya ni apps, dia punya mana tu dia punya ni. Okay, this one ni dalam page number 6 kan. Sepatutnya this one dia kena tukarlah column to this is kalau sebelah sini column. Dia kena tukar dia punya tu. Dia tukar dia punya yang depan ni saja. Right? Tukar yang depan ni. Okay? Alright. Boleh? Boleh. Okay. Okay. So now kita nak tengok basic Excel function. You all okay? Right, kita boleh move to the basic Excel function. So basic Excel function ni kita tengok dalam dataset number 2. Right, dataset 2. Basic Excel skill part 1 latihan 2 lah. Kita tengok this one. So you boleh buka dulu. Right. Okay. Now, I nak tunjuk beberapa function lah dekat sini. So, we have a minimum function, maximum function, the total, which is sum, average means mean, and count function. So, count kita kena tengok count and count if. And lagi satu count if else. So, dia ada count A is for count the number non-blank cell in range. Maksudnya kita nak kira, let's say kita ada satu file yang banyak, kita nak tengok non-blank cell, right? Maksudnya yang cell yang tak ada blank lah. Contoh, I boleh buka satu data. Let's say this data lah. I ambil this data, I ambil sikit lah. Let's say I ambil this one. Contoh, I nak tunjuk contoh. Jangan nak ikut boleh, tak mahu ikut pun tak apa. But don't worry, tak payah ikut pun tak apa. So, let's say I buang dua ni. Right. So, now, let's say I nak tengok initially, initially, I tahu kat sini ada berapa kolom. Ada berapa count. Kita boleh tengok kat bawah ni juga tak? Dekat bawah ni kalau kita highlight kan, kita akan nampak dia punya berapa jumlah. Kita ada 28. Kalau tak nampak semua ni, you boleh right click dekat bawah ni. You boleh tekanlah average, count, minimum, maximum, sum, and then count, numerical count, and so on lah. Right? So, numerical count means dia akan calculate for numerical count lah. So, kalau kita highlight these numbers, right? I ada 28. Boleh nampak tak? Right? Kat bawah ni. Dekat bawah. Right? Kalau you tak ada lagi numbers ni, you boleh right click dekat bawah ni. You boleh tekan average, count, numerical count, minimum, maximum, sum. This is for fast analytical procedure lah. Kita boleh tahu berapa banyak value. Right? So, dekat sini I ada 28. Right? So, let's say I buang this one. So, I highlight semua. So, kita akan nampak ada 19. Right? So, ada 19. So, ini adalah count A lah. Benda yang sama. Count A. Ada 19. Right? So, this is a function of count A lah. Right? Nanti kita takkan tengok dah yang ni. Sebab I akan beritahu kan. And then count blank, maksudnya dia akan count berapa banyak yang blank cell. Right? Satu lagi, kita ada count blank. Oops. Count blank. Allahu Akbar. Count blank. So, let's say kita highlight this one. So, dia akan beritahu lah ada 9 sel yang blank. Yang ada empty cell lah. Right? So, this is, mungkin sekarang you tak nampak lagi kegunaan dia. Bila you buat report nanti, this is very important thing that you need to know. And bila you buat analysis for your company, right, for your, if you are doing business analytics, right, this is very important thing to know, to do, right. So, macam last time, right. So, next yang kita kena tengok sekejap lagi adalah sum, average, count, and count if S lah. Alright. So, kita akan menggunakan purchase order dataset, which is Excel, basic Excel skill, part 1. Right? Okay. So, kita tengok sheet number 1. Alright. But before we go, sheet number 1, can we have 5-minute rest? Right? Nak baju kopi sekejap. Boleh? Tadi kita nak tengok beberapa function dekat sini lah. Right? So dalam example number 2 ni, we have 8 variable. So we have smallest and largest quantity of any item order. We have total order cost, average number of month, number of purchase order placed, and number of order placed for O-rings. Ada banyak lah. So this is the data, right? So now kita nak tengok, let's say the minimum value, the minimum quantity kan. So nak tahu the minimum quantity, right? This is the data kan. Ada banyak data dekat sini. So we want to know dalam banyak-banyak data ni, what is the minimum order quantity, right? So kita just type MIN for the minimum and kurungan. So bila you type MIN, you nampak tak dekat sini? Dia akan keluar satu notes dekat bawah ni. Right? So kalau you tak faham macam mana nak guna, right? So you boleh tengok the reference kat sini. The first reference dia kata number 1, number 2 until semua number lah. Kalau you tak faham juga, you boleh click on this link dekat bawah ni. Nampak tak link min? So you click link min ni, so you akan bagi information. So this article describe the formula, syntax and usage of the min function in Microsoft Excel. So the description is return the smallest number in a set of values. So dia akan bagi, dia akan return kat kita the smallest numbers. Right? So cara nak pakai min, number 1, number 2, number 3. So dia tunjuk dekat sini example. So this is example of the data. So this is a formula. So let's say formula A2 until A6. So dia akan return 2. 2 adalah number yang paling kecil. This is the way how to use Microsoft Excel, right? So this is very good help document. Dulu I think don't have kot. So you just highlight this one, right? F2 until F110. So you buat tutup kurungan, you akan dapat 70. So 70 is the smallest order quantity, right? So very simple. So let's say maximum. So you just type MAX, maximum MAX. So dia akan automatically akan bagi kat kita beberapa lah. So dia ada MAX, MAXA, MAX if S, DMAX. So nanti kita akan tengok detail dia yang lagi advance. Tapi kita tengok the max function, the basic max. Sama juga function dengan minimum. Max will return the maximum value, right? So cara nak guna dia sama macam minimum tadi. So you just highlight all the quantity, right? This is F2. So you just tutup kurungan. Maksudnya you just highlight all the quantity lah. This is not F2. This is basically S4, right? Yep. So this sama juga kah? This is supposed to be F4, right? So baru akan dapat the maximum order quantity, which is 47,050 units. Alright? Boleh This is very simple, okay? Boleh faham? Ada yang tak faham ke? Hijau kat tepi, macam mana tengok? Boleh share tak? So I unshare dulu. You share? Share. I tak nampak. Can you share? I tak nampak. You tak share lagi. You share dulu. Yang itu cuba klik on that tanda soal tu. Tanda seru tu. So dia kata formula apa? in reference cell range has addition number adjacent to it. Maybe something wrong dekat situ lah. I'm not sure. Maybe you cuba buat di sebelah sel sebelah tu. Tengok ada number yang sama juga keluar. Ada benda yang sama juga keluar ke? Ya, because you tengok range dia tu. You tengok range yang you select tu. Range yang you select tu tak tepat kan? Sebab apa range yang you select tu tak tepat. That's why dia keluar ada ni, sepatutnya. Ya. So dia bagi warning dekat you lah. Yang mana mungkin you terlepas kan, dia bagi warning. Sepatutnya daripada F4 until F110 lah. Right. Okay. So that one is for finding the maximum value. So let's say the next question is to find the total amount, order amount. So total order amount, order amount. This one is the order amount kan? Right? Order amount is G column, right? So to find the total order amount, you just type sum, tekan order amount until atas lah. So this one, this is not G, this is I belum share kan. Wait. Okay, boleh nampak So this one until atas lah, G4 until G110. And then you click enter lah. So they will give you the total order amount. Tapi kalau tengok dekat sini, total order amount dalam bentuk RM. Tapi bila kita tekan sum ni, dia tak keluar dalam bentuk RM. Why Kita kena adjust dia punya format cell lah. So you adjust format cell, you tekan, dia dekat sini dia ada dollar kan. Mana dollar? Currency tak ada. Ni currency kan. Tapi currency dekat sini you kena create lah your own currency. Kalau you ada RM, okay lah. Kalau tak ada RM, you need to create your own lah RM dekat sini. You kena create. Let's say RM. You create RM, letak RM, you boleh tekan okay lah. So mine is already created. So I create RM dekat sini. Currency dia akan keluar dalam currency lah. RM. So tekan okay. So dia akan keluar dalam bentuk RM. Alright. So the next one is average AP term. So AP term is here, H. So kalau kita nak pakai average, kita pakai average lah. Right. So kalau you nak average, nanti kita akan tengok average if as. Right. So average, just average from AP term. Sorry, this one sepatutnya daripada sini ke atas. Right. Just type average. Very simple. 31. Okay. Boleh? So kalau you punya average ni keluar banyak, right? Keluar banyak decimal kan? You can type, click on format cell. Dekat numbers ni, you boleh, kalau dia keluar banyak lah kan? Dia keluar macam ni contoh, banyak kan? So you boleh right click, format cell, adjust the decimal lah. Sebab decimal, average term ni, dia tak ada decimal point kan? So decimal point 0. So you tekan 31 lah. Boleh Yup. Aha. Shortcut macam mana Okay. Reach. Okay, klik dekat 45. Oh, macam ni. Oh, I just click shift control up. Up. Up button. Up. Button up tu kan? Bukan. Keyboard. On screen keyboard. Okay, shift control. Anak panah keyboard up ni. Ha. Contoh macam ni kan. Okay, sekejap Uh, on screen keyboard. Okay, shift control dekat sini up. Macam tu. So dia akan terus naik atas. Okay. So I tukar ni sebab dia akan keluar, dia akan up sekali sampai atas kan. So I letak H4 lah. Alright. 31. Boleh Okay. Next is number of purchase order received. A number of purchase order received. Let's say purchase order received. Kita boleh tengok dekat sama ada quantity order atau AP term. Quantity order lah. Kita tengok quantity order. Right. Kita menggunakan count lah. Kita nak tengok berapa banyak order receive. Maksudnya this is all order receive lah. Right. So kita menggunakan count. Right. Select all. This is until F4. And we will get the number of order receive lah. 107. Right. Okay. Boleh? So this is number order received by all companies kan? Order received for Vogue Corporation, Super Power Audio, LED Card Technologies, and so on lah semua. So what if I want to know number order received for Super Power Audio only? Super Power Audio only. Kalau customer ni, customer yang daripada Super Power Audio saja. I nak tengok berapa banyak Super Power Audio order barang untuk kita, daripada kita. So, I menggunakan count if. Count if. Nampak tak? Count if. Kita boleh tekan count if dekat sini. Kita tengok help file. So, count if, one of the statistical function to count the number of cells that meet criterion. For example, to count the number of time particular cities appear in the customer list. So, cara nak guna dia, count if, where you want to look, and then, what do you want to look for? For example, dia bagi dekat sini, this is the table, the column that you want to look, then you want to look for London. So, dia akan bagi. So, dekat sini dia bagus juga, dia bagi dekat kita video. Boleh tengok kalau tak faham, right? Contoh macam ni, dia dah bagilah. Data ni tak, okay, data ni. Data ni dia nak tengok, okay, berapa banyak apples, right? So, dia select column for apples, and then dia letak apple dekat sini. So, dia akan dapat result ada 2 apples dalam this column. Right, sama juga macam ni. So, let's say kita nak tengok column dekat sini. Right, so let's say from B4 until B110, and then kita nak tengok daripada Super Power Audio, and then this one kriteria ni you kena letak exactly apa yang you letak dalam Excel. That's why data management is very important bila you nak key in data entry lah, right? So kalau you nak hire data entry, so that kriteria for data entry tu mesti dia tak boleh suka-suka hati letak small letter, sekejap lah capital letter, sekejap semua small letter, sekejap ada campur-campur lah, apa semua tak boleh. Dia mesti standardize untuk data entry. Tapi kalau you dah tercampur, apa you nak buat, you boleh rectify benda tu nantilah. Nanti I ada masa I tunjuk lah. Very simple. So let's say Super Power audio. So I letak bracket superpower audio and close bracket. So they will select as dah sudah kah? Dah copy? Right. So dia akan count kat kita. Okay. Order daripada superpower audio ada 17 daripada 110 order. Daripada 107 order. Okay. So can you try to do number of order for Scotty rectifier? Boleh buat sendiri tak? And tell me what is the answer. Benda yang sama. This is also same as previous. Let's say I highlight this one biru. Okay. Can you do it by yourself? Can you tell me how many number of order from Scotty rectifier? So, but before that we need to know Scotty rectifier dekat mana? Item detail ni. Yang order Scotty rectifier ni ada berapa? Daripada semua customer yang order Scotty rectifier ada berapa? Saya tunjuk yang first one. Can you tell me what is the answer? Berapa? Berapa? Suzana Irin. Berapa? Hazli? 18, right? So, let's look at this one. Is it correct? Count if supposed to be 18 lah. Yes, correct. Right, so let's say this one 4 and then you letak Scotty rectifier. Tutup kurungan and should be 18 lah. Alright. Okay, sama juga untuk AP term yang lebih daripada 30 hari. So let's say count if AP term, right? Let's say AP term from here to here. Right. So lebih 30 hari, letak more than 30. Tutup kurungan. So dia akan beritahu, oh ada 18 yang AP term lebih daripada 30 hari. Lebih 30 hari means that 30 hari tu tak termasuk lah. Right? Kalau nak lebih atau sama dengan 30 hari, you just letak lebih atau sama dengan 30 hari. So 87. It's a different calculation, okay? Lebih 30 hari. So let's say another one is a number of Scotty rectifier ordered by Sonic Sdn Bhd. This is a bit advanced counting. Tadi kita count untuk single kan, single column. Now kita nak tengok yang order Scotty rectifier ni daripada Sonic Sdn Bhd ada berapa. So kita menggunakan count if s function. Count if s function, kalau kita tengok dekat sini, help file, applies criteria to cell across multiple range and count the number of time all criteria are met. Right? So maksudnya, benda yang sama, kita nak tengok, let's say example dekat sini. Okay. So we want to know how many times David scores key exceed a sales quota for period quarter 1, 2 and 3. Only in quarter 1. So kita letak kat sini. Kita select B2, right? And B2 until D3 lah. 2 and 3, kita letak sama dengan yes. Benda yang sama lah. Right? So dia akan select result 1 saja. Okay. So daripada segi kita punya example dekat sini. So kita nak tengok number of Scotty rectifier. So kita highlight the range for Scotty rectifier punya cell. Right? Yang kita letak dia punya kriteria lah. This is a Scotty rectifier. So kita nak dia kira berapa banyak Scotty rectifier ada dalam ni, right? The first part. This is the first part. So the second part is we want to know daripada Scotty rectifier yang dia kira ni, berapa banyak yang daripada Sonic sendiri berhad. So kita select the range customer kita, Sonic sendiri berhad, right? So kita letak Sonic sendirian berhad, right? So dia akan bagi kita, okay, ada 3 Sonic sendirian berhad, order 3 Scotty rectifier, right? So this is the formula. Boleh eh? Boleh? Are you okay? Sudah? Ada yang belum? Dah eh? Alright. Benda yang sama juga. Let's say number of shell cable meter ordered by Vogue Corporation. Can you do it by yourself? So can you tell me how many shell cable meter by Vogue Corporation? Boleh dapat? Berapa? Benda yang sama juga. Count if S. So Vogue shell cable, right, daripada sini ke sini lah, right? Number 4, and then shielded cable. Yes, should be 3 lah. And then the next one is from this one to this one, before. Tapi you kena type betul-betul lah, jangan type salah. Huruf besar, huruf besar. Should be 3 equal to 3. Okay? Right, so this is the answer lah. I hope you already know how to use count if S, summation, minimum and maximum. All these will be on your next week test number 1. Right? So, the next one. Kita tengok dekat sini. Benda yang sama, kita ada sum if, average if, sum if S and average if S. So, kita dah tengok count if S. Benda yang sama juga. Right? Konsep yang sama kalau kita nak pakai if and if S. Right? So, last class kita dah tengok dalam video yang saya bagi, short video tu, macam mana nak guna if, macam mana nak guna if else apa semua kan, saya dah tengok kan. Benda yang sama, right? But this one is more advanced sikit berbanding yang sebelum ni lah, right? And logical operator if and or semua ni kita akan tengok sekejap lagi. So kita tengok example number 3. Example number 3. Alright. So example number 3 benda yang sama lah. So let's say right, this one kita dah ada data, right? Data kita. I have basically how much data? So let's say we have 472 472 data, right? So let's say we want to find the average amount. Tadi kita dah tengok average kan, macam mana nak cari average? So just average amount. So kita letak semua ni lah. Kejap. Saya dah silap tekan. Okay, kejap. So average amount dekat sini. So semua ni and then tutup kurangan. We will get average amount lah, RM20. Right? So average amount very simple, right? You just type average amount. Kecilkan sikit. Right? So number of shawl sold. So number of shawl sold, kita menggunakan count if, right? Sebab kita ada produk, kita ada bawal, owning, bawal, shawl and owning lah. So let's say number of shawl sold, sepatutnya kita menggunakan count if, and then kita select product sampai habis, and then turun bawah sangat lah. Okay, and then kita letak kita punya kriteria lah, shawl. Right? So dia akan bagi tahu 112. Right. The next one, very simple, kita nak go fast. Count number of shawl from online shop. So online shop dekat sini, dekat shop kan. So sekarang ni kita akan menggunakan count if as, right? So benda yang sama. So daripada bawah, atas sampai bawah. And then this one sepertinya shawl. And then the next one, the next criteria from online shop. So kita highlight lah from online shop, online shop, social media ni dia punya source kan. And then kita letak online. Online shop is capital ONINE shop. So kita akan dapat 98, right? Boleh ha? This one kita dah bincang sebelum ni, okay? And then the average amount less than 20. Remember, sebelum ni kita tengok count more than 30 kan, yang AP term tu kan. Sama juga konsep dia. Right, average amount. So kita type amount dekat sini, right? And then amount, satu lagi kita punya less than 20. Right? So dia akan less than, sepatutnya they have no problem lah. Average. Sekejap. You dapat value? Do you get the answer? Dapat tak? Kenapa I tak dapat? Average. You dapat tak answer dia, jawapan dia? Do you get the answer? G4, kejap I check my previous slide. So G4, G4750, 75. Oh ya, because dekat sini apa jadi? Can you anybody tell us? Kenapa I punya tak dapat? Can you tell? Sebab I menggunakan function average sahaja kan. Kalau I nak letak dia punya function, mesti ada if. Right? Average if. This is the column, and then this is the criteria. So average is less than 20, sepatutnya dia akan dapat 17.63. Sama juga dekat sini, average amount for shawl, right, purchase from social media. So since that kita ada dua function dekat sini. Satu, the first one and the second one, social media. Right. So since kita ada dua kriteria, so we will use average if s. Right. So the first one is shawl purchase. Kita select column for shawl. Right. And then kita type shawl. Another one is for social media. So source punya column. Right. And then kita type social media is capital S, social media, right? And then baru kita akan dapat the result lah. Too few arguments. Why too few arguments? Sekejap Let me check. Oh yeah. Okay, right. I forgot one thing. Okay. Sebenarnya kita bukan ada dua argument dekat sini. Kita ada tiga argument. So dia apa yang dia nak dekat sini? You should remember average. Basically average is for numerical. Average, sum, minimum, maximum, mesti ada number. Right? So kita nak average amount. Tadi apa yang kita buat tadi adalah sekejap. Tadi apa yang kita buat, kita nak select this one and this one. But apa yang average? Dia nak average kan? Dia tak boleh nak average kan? Betul? Betul? Tadi apa yang kita buat tadi, you nampak tak? Yang I ulang balik average. If s. So apa yang I buat tadi, I highlight this one to this one. I buat macam counting kan tadi. Shawl. Right? And then the one is I highlight this one to this one. I letak the argument social media. Right? So dekat sini dia tak tahu. Excel tak tahu apa yang kita nak average kan. Betul tak? Sebab this is the criteria yang kita nak. Dia nak mesti dia nak kena average kan the numbers. So numbers yang kita nak average kan adalah amount. So amount dekat sini kita tak letak lagi. So kita tengok dekat sini dia punya kriteria average if s. The first one is average range. The second one is criteria range 1. And what is the criteria for 1? Criteria range 2 and criteria for range 2. Right? For the first one should be the amount value, the average. The amount yang kita nak average kan. So this is the average value. Right? which is amount value from G4 until G475. So this is the thing that we want to average. So dekat sini, apa yang kita nak average? Kita nak averagekan yang shawl sahaja. So dia akan averagekan amount for shawl. And then kita nak sub lagi, nak furthermore averagekan selective for social media. So daripada shawl ni, yang mana source dia daripada social media saja. So dia akan select lagi. So this is the average if S. So kita ada dua kriteria untuk average amount. So you need to remember, for average, minimum value, maximum value, summation, total value, summation is, semua mesti numeric. Kita nak numerickan average dia. Kecuali count. Count, we can use any data. Right? So now, let's look at this one. We want to average the amount. Right? This is the amount we want to average for owning purchase. Right? And then from online shop. Oops. Online shop. Online shop using credit card. This one banyak kan? Ni ada tiga kriteria kat sini. Kecuali kalau kita tengok nombor 5 ni, kita ada 2 kriteria saja. Now nombor 6 itu we have 3 kriteria. Owning, online shop, credit card. Nampak tak? So, apa yang kita boleh buat? Average if S. So, kita nak averagekan amount. Right? So, amount, kita letak amount dulu. Right? And then the first criteria is for owning. So, kita letak range for owning. And we put the criteria, which is owning. For owning is capital A. Right? So this is the first criteria. The second criteria is must be from an online shop. So kita select the source for online shop. And then we put online shop. Shop, small letter belakang. And then, apa yang kita nak lagi? Mesti bayar menggunakan credit card. So kita select payment punya source. Payment punya source. Alright. And then kita letak criteria for payment is credit card. And then tutup kurungan. And we will get 22.28 ringgit. Right? So boleh nampak. So kita ada 3 kriteria kat sini. This is the first one. The thing that we want to average. This is the first argument. The first syarat kita, which is owning. This is the second argument, online shop. And this is the fourth argument, which is the credit card. Okay? Boleh? Boleh faham? Any questions so far? Ada soalan tak? Dapat? Right? So I paste this one dekat chat room. Right, you can copy this example. Right. So next is count the number of sales for East region. So this is count number of sales for East region. East region dekat mana? Kejap. Kita ada East region kat sini. Region ada. Oh, sepi ni. Okay, region. Okay, right. So since kita nak count number of sales for each East region, Very simple, kita menggunakan count if kan? Betul? Count if, let's say kita ambil if is region lah. Dekat region ni, kita select, very simple, you just type is. This one kita dah belajar kan? So 44, right? Another one is amount, total sales for amount less than 20. So tadi kita dah tengok kan, average, benda yang sama, sum, which is total sales amount, so kita select this one, right? And then we put less than 20. But you need to remember, sum saja tak boleh ada kriteria. Kalau kita menggunakan sum if, then we can put kriteria lah. Less than 20. So 4247.67. So we need to put the RM lah. Don't forget to put RM. Right? Okay. Total sales for bawal. Alright, benda yang sama jugalah. Sum if total sales. Right? And then kita select bawal, turun bawah, and then bawal. Right? So ini kita menggunakan sum if s, right? So total sales for bawal, so kita nak calculate the total amount. Right, sales is amount only kan, so amount lah, amount, and then kita nak select kriteria kita for bawal, so count sum if s. So the first argument is for the summation part, amount. The second part is for bawal criteria, right? So we will get 3338.29. So it should be in the currency base kan, RM. Boleh? Another one is total sales for bawal, amount less than 20 ringgit. Okay, this is quite tricky, okay? So first thing, since dia ada banyak kriteria, sum if s, the first thing we need to we want to calculate for bawal kan, so the amount of sales, right? So this is the first criteria, this is the first criteria to kita nak calculate the amount of sales kan. And then the second part is bawal kan, we select for the range product ni, we put the criteria is bawal, and then sales less than 20 ringgit. So again kita nak tengok yang criteria number 2 is amount should be less than 20 ringgit. So we select again amount dekat sini, right? Less than 20, right? Dan tutup kurungan. Boleh? You will get the value of some sales for bawal less than 20 ringgit. Boleh faham Dapat ke tak dapat? Are you with me or you lost already? Can you respond? I don't hear any response from you. So ini ada punya kriteria lah. I think you already know lah this one So I already taught you from counting, sama juga concept for average. Average a bit different, but we need to know the source of calculation first. For summation pun sama juga concept dengan average. Okay. Let's move to the next one, which is if condition, and condition, and or condition. I think this part I will skip. You should look at my video kan. Nanti I tunjuk dalam video ni, I tunjuk sekejap. Sebab I nak tunjuk sebab masa kita tak berapa banyak kan. 1 hour tak banyak untuk kita cover. So I think this is tool pack and this is VLOOKUP. I think week number 4. Week number 4. This one, right? You tengok my video for if, and, or dalam Excel. You tengok this one. I skip this one and you can watch the lecture dekat sini lah sebab masa tak berapa banyak. Now, I nak tunjuk dekat you the lookup function. So, we have VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. VLOOKUP is vertical lookup. HLOOKUP is horizontal lookup lah. Horizontal means that kita nak tengok data tu mesti daripada row lookup. Right? Kalau VLOOKUP is column lookup. Right? By column. Right? Okay, now kita tengok example demo VLOOKUP dekat sini. Now, data set number 6, right? Okay. Dekat sini data ada 2. Kita tengok dekat sini. If you can notice, I nak buat VLOOKUP kat sini. VLOOKUP maksudnya kita nak tengok column by column lookup. VLOOKUP, vertical lookup. Right? So, let's say I ada mobile phone dekat sini. So, I want to know the price of the mobile phone from this data. Right? So, kalau I manually tengok, let's say I tengok mobile phone dekat sini, price is 4,329.21. Right? So, I boleh tulis. Ataupun I boleh menggunakan reference, absolute reference, relative reference. I boleh tekan macam ni. Okay. So, what if kalau I tukar kepada shoes? So, the value here still remain kan? Benda yang sama. Dia tak tukar juga kan? Kalau I tukar kepada cosmetic, so still tak sama, still dia tak berubah. So I it's not serve the purpose lah kalau I nak buat dashboard nanti I nak tunjuk kepada management. So it will not show the correct answer kan? So dekat sini you know kan how to make it drop down ni? You tahu? This is what we call a data validation. Right, kalau you nak tengok macam mana nak buat, let's say I clear this one. Let's say I buat sebelah ni lah. So let's say I nak buat validation macam drop down ni kan. Shoes ni. So this one kosong kan. I tunjuk dekat you. So you pergi ke data. I select this one and click on data validation. And this drop menu will come out. So dekat setting ni, dekat allow, you cari list. You cari list and dekat source ni select lah. This is the source of the drop down that I want. So I click here and click OK. So dia akan keluar the value lah. Alright. So now tadi I cakap dekat you, I nak the price for the product. Right. Kalau I select perfume, I want the price for the perfume. So what can I do is I can use a VLOOKUP. So, I click on sama dengan VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP. So, kalau kita tengok dekat sini, VLOOKUP, the first value is lookup value. Apa yang kita nak lookup? So, I nak lookup perfume. The second column, comma, the second value is, argument is table array. So, dekat mana nak tengok ni value ni? Dekat perfume ni nak tengok table mana dia katanya. Okay, kita highlight semua table ni. Okay, kita dah highlight semua table lah. This is this is a comma, jangan lupa comma. This is a table yang I nak dia tengok. So you tengok dekat table ni. So the third argument dia tanya dekat I, column mana yang nak ambil? Value nak result column mana? So I nak column, this is a column number 1, column number 2, column number 3. I nak price, which is column number 4. So I letak 4. So tengok dekat sini I bagi arahan dekat Excel. First, I nak tengok perfume. C2. Apa-apa value dekat C2 ni, cari dalam table A4 until D12. Right? Lepas dah cari dalam tu, kalau jumpa, bagi ke I value dalam column number 4. Ini yang VLOOKUP nak bagi tahu ni. Okay, dah bagi number 4 tu, comma, dekat sini dia kata true or false. True means approximate match. False means exact match. Kita akan letak true lah. True, which is approximate match. Right? So, this is true. So, dia akan return, this is false lah, false. Exact match. False. Which is 0 lah. So, nampak tak kat sini? Perfume 150.95. Right? So, kalau kita tak nak letak true or false, bila letak dekat sini, kosong lah. Kosong means benda yang sama false jugalah. Sama ada kita letak 1 ataupun kosong. 1 means true ataupun false. 0 mean false. Ataupun kita boleh letak false siap lah. Kita tahu we want to have exact match. We don't want any approximate match. So dia akan bagi kat sini. So let's say I tukar kepada close. So close dekat sini kita dapat 50.2 ringgit. Let's say mobile phone 4,329 ringgit. So this is very convenient by using a VLOOKUP. Sama juga dekat sini, benda yang sama. Right? So let's say exact match, kita tengok exact match equal to 0 kan. So benda yang sama, I nak tengok VLOOKUP. So I tengok camera. So tengok dekat mana? Tengok kat table ni. And price, I nak you cari dekat column number 4. And then exact match, which is 0. So tutup kurungan. So dia akan bagi kat sini. So this is a unit, berapa banyak unit kita nak. So unit ni pun sama jugalah. Let's say unit, let's say I nak tengok berapa unit yang dia jual. Let's say VLOOKUP cameras, cari dekat table ni, and unit dekat mana, berapa banyak quantity kan. So column number 3, right, and exact match. So dia akan bagi tahu kita, okay, cameras we have 35 quantity. So we can calculate the total revenue or total price lah, right? Dekat sini. Sama juga dekat sini, benda yang sama lah, right? So you boleh buat this one, benda yang sama, okay? Can you do it by yourself? This one, kalau you nak senang, you boleh buat menggunakan absolute reference. Do you know how to use absolute reference? Kan? I dah ajar kan? Right? So let's say I buat satu lah. Let's say price. VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP cameras. Oh sorry. This one. I nak you select from here to here. Right? And price is number 4 kan? And exact match. Right? So unit pun sama jugalah. Let's say VLOOKUP cameras. This one. Number 3, 0. Right? So what happen here kalau I turun ke bawah? Nampak tak? Dia punya table ni turun. So what can I do is I can make it in absolute reference lah. Macam ni. Right, ni pun sama juga, absolute reference. So bila I select this one, turun ke bawah, so dia akan dapat the exact value. So you double click pun sama, dia tak berubah. Right? Boleh faham So next is this one I dah tunjuk dekat you data validation tadi kan. Macam mana nak buat drop down menu kan. I tunjuk dekat you. So I can skip this one. Now, approximate match. Tadi kita tengok exact match kan. Which is belakang ni false. Right? Ataupun kita letak 0. It's also representing false. Right? So what if we use approximate match? Approximate match means that dia akan recognize value, let's say kita letak kosong ni, kita mesti letak dalam bentuk table. Increasing, right? From 0, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000. So let's say 0 ni, so dia akan baca daripada kosong hingga 2,000 for the next column, next row. So yang sini daripada 2,000 ke 3,000. 3,000 ke 5,000 untuk this column lah. 3,000 ke 5,000. This one for 5,000 to 10,000. This one for more than 10,000. So let's say I nak cari sales done RM2,100. So dalam table ni tak ada RM2,100. Nampak tak? I nak cari sales done. Kalau let's say salesman tu dia buat RM2,100. So what is the commission? So kalau kita kata kat sini, commission daripada 2,000 hingga 3,000, kita akan bagi RM40 je. Dia buatlah 2,500 ke 2,800 ke, kita bagi RM40 je. Kalau dia buat 3,000 baru kita bagi RM200. Commission. Faham tak? So kat sini I menggunakan benda yang sama, VLOOKUP. Right? So I letak 2,100 ni and I suruh dia cari dekat sini. Di sini jangan letaklah, this is our reference saja kan. This is the table that dia kena cari. And then value number berapa? Let's say I want to show value number 3. So column number 3. And then exact match lah. Approximate match. So dia akan bagi RM40. So let's say I change to RM3,500. So sepatutnya RM3,500 until 5,000 dia akan dapat 200. Let's say dia dapat 15,000 sales done. So dia akan dapat 1,500 saja maximum. So this is the use of apa yang Siri change ni? Alright. Okay. So dia akan bagi exact match, approximate match lah. Okay. So this is very good for analyzing data lah. Right. Okay. Boleh eh? And then we're going to look at HLOOKUP. This is the last part kan, before we end our session. So HLOOKUP very simple. Instead of we are looking by column, right? HLOOKUP we are looking by row. Benda yang sama, right? Instead of by column, now our data is presenting by row. Benda yang sama lah, tapi terbalik saja. So let's say kita nak tengok price for laptop. Right, laptop is product. So let's say HLOOKUP. So the first one is laptop. And second argument, tengok dekat table ni. Right. The row yang kita nak sudah tengok adalah the first row. Bukan. Kita nak tengok price kan. Price is the row number 4 kan. So row number 4. And then 0, which is exact match lah. So dia akan bagi tahu kita. Okay, this is a laptop 1,200. So let's say I buat data validation dekat sini. So I change it to this one. Right. So ada data validation. Let's say I tukar ke cosmetic. So it should be RM230. Let's say this one should be mobile phone. Benda yang sama lah. So instead of dalam by column, HLOOKUP is by row. Okay? Boleh? Sama juga dekat sini. This one I dah buat dekat sini. Siap lah. Buat untuk quantity. Let's say HLOOKUP cosmetic. And this one, the table that I want to reference. And then quantity is number 3. Which is 0. So I akan dapat dekat sini lah. Dan I boleh turun ke bawah. But this one is not correct because table mesti fix. Right? So, bila table fix, baru dia akan dapat jawapan. Okay. Boleh ya? So, if you lost or not sure, you can rewatch the video or ask me a question lah. Right? So, is there any question so far? Ada soalan tak?